Hey athletes, Coach Pilar here for our fourth installment of Mindful Moments. Mindful Moments is a bi-weekly newsletter for folks who are enrolled in my half marathon and marathon training programs. However, any athlete who's looking to deepen their training knowledge can benefit. So please feel free to forward this newsletter to a fellow athlete or runner who you think might enjoy it. For today, let's talk about how to get through a tough training run. Most folks will automatically translate that into bad. But no matter how you phrase it, we're all going to have a run we wish went a little bit differently than it did. The first thing you need to master in getting through a tough training run is your mind. You'll remember that back in the first video, I said that no one run will make or break your training plan. And it's helpful to remember that when you set out for a long run and find yourself tired before even reaching the halfway point, or trying to execute a speed workout and knowing that you simply won't be able to finish it. Our individual workouts are just a piece of the overall puzzle. So if at some point it does come to a point where the struggle is so real that you must bail on a run, knowing that it's truly not the end of the world can be of some comfort. The second piece is learning to distinguish discomfort from pain, danger, or injury. So it sounds cliche, but if training for longer distances was easy, then probably everybody would do it. But it isn't easy. Running the half marathon and marathon distance is going to get uncomfortable, and perhaps at some point it's even going to be a little bit painful. Why? You're testing new limits, both mentally and physically. That's why it's important to get in tune with your body. I often encourage runners not to run with music and just zone out. I also encourage you not to rely on your watch metrics to give you the data on how you're feeling, but to actually feel how you're feeling. You want to begin to have a good sense of whether you're pushing too hard or whether you can push a little bit more. With practice, you can begin to hone your pacing based on your breathing, feeling your heartbeat, sensing how your legs feel and how they're moving, and even how your feet hit the pavement. This is helpful in distinguishing between pain as injury or pain or discomfort in doing something that we've not done before. It's subtle, but it's important. When you become more aware of your body in those moments when you want to quit, you also have to find a reason and a way to keep going. So how do I do that? You're probably thinking. Here are a couple of practical tips. The first is chunking. Focus on smaller chunks of time or distance. For instance, in my last race, I started with longer run-walk intervals. As time went on, it got hot and it became difficult to continue to move my legs for longer run intervals. So I shifted to a shorter run-walk strategy. And then I chose objects in the distance, like a tree up ahead, and I focused on that. And then when I'd get to the tree, my reward was a walk break. So break down your run into smaller bite-sized chunks, and before you know it, you'll be done. The second tip is mantra. Find or create a mantra that you can say to yourself, even out loud, when times are getting challenging. And when you do find that mantra, replace the word I with you. So instead of I've got this, say you've got this. It's a simple trick, but it's done and it creates distance between your mind and you. Now you're your own coach. Number three, visualize success. Visualize yourself crossing the finish line. Create a scenario about how it will look and feel to finish your run and cross the finish line at the race. Think of your medal. Think of the crowds and the music and use that to boost yourself up in the tough parts of a run. At the end of your run, at that time, you might even throw in some music and then actually cross your workout finish line. Lastly, remember your why. We'll all have that moment where we're going to think to ourselves, why the hell am I doing this? Olympian Roisin Medigan says it best. Know the purpose of a given workout or race and how it will help you to meet your personally meaningful goal. So generally, as we talked about before, long runs build endurance and strength, both physical and mental. Speed workouts and hill workouts build strength and speed. And then they also build your anaerobic threshold. And easy recovery runs are for exactly that. They're for recovery actively, and also they help you to prepare for your next key workouts. If you ever wonder what the purpose is of a particular workout that's in your plan, ask me. You know that I'm a running geek, and you know I love talking about running and training. You can also refer back to the first Mindful Moments newsletter where I talked about your plan design and how I designed it for you. That is all for now. I'll see you here again for the next Mindful Moments.